After editing literally hundreds of YouTube videos in Final Cut Pro, I've learned a lot about what actually speeds up your edits and what slows you down. So today I just want to have a chat and share the biggest lessons that I've personally picked up over my YouTube career so that you can skip these mistakes and get more content out faster and more efficiently. Now, the first lesson I want to share is just about preparation. And that sounds kind of boring. And to be honest, that's why I skipped it for so long, but it cost me so much time. Preparation for editing can look like a whole bunch of things. For me, the way I used to edit would be I would just dump all of my files, so my footage, any audio recordings, all of my music, B-roll just into one folder, and it would just be this huge mess. Then I'd end up spending ages just trying to sort through the folder, trying to find all of my different files. And then even from there, I'd just dump all of that content straight into Final Cut or whatever editor I was using at the time. And it would just be this huge mess. And I'd spend ages adding things to the timeline, then having to go and search through my media browser, trying to find the right files to add into this section. And it was just a total mess, honestly. And so now when I'm first setting up an editing project, I prepare from the very start. So I'll start with my actual folder structure in my Finder. So for me, I'll generally have a main video folder with the title of the video. And then inside that folder, I'll have an A-roll folder, a B-roll folder, a music folder, and a working files folder. And this just helps to separate all of my media within that project folder so that when I actually start my edit, I know where everything is and it's very cleanly set up. And then secondly, in my actual Final Cut Pro library file, I also make sure I set this up really clearly. And to do this, I use keyword collections. I've got other videos talking about this if you want more detailed explanations, but these kind of act as folders. So again, I'll just create keyword collections for B-roll, even different types of B-roll if I want to be really specific, keyword collections for music, any media, my A-roll, etc. And this means that all of my footage isn't jumbled just in one huge media viewer. It's all very well structured and organized so I know where everything is. And this can take like maybe 5 minutes of setup time, but I guarantee you will save way more than 5 minutes in your edit. So if you get into that habit really early in your editing career, it will set you in good stead. The second lesson is a really big one, and that is keyboard shortcuts. If you've seen some of my other editing videos, you'll know I tend to hammer on about it, but it's for good reason. Keyboard shortcuts make just the biggest difference, the fastest, I would say, once you learn just a handful of really important ones. I remember back when I first started editing and I knew some people were trying to teach me keyboard shortcuts, and I just thought that was way too complicated. Why can't I just use the mouse? That's what the mouse is for, right? You can click around. It's much more visual. I don't have to remember things. But nowadays, I literally edit with one hand on my keyboard permanently and the other hand on my mouse, and I don't even have to think about using keyboard shortcuts. They're literally as second nature to me as using a mouse. Now, it does require a little bit of investment in terms of remembering them. I've got a free PDF in the description that you can download for free, and this lists out just a whole bunch of really helpful keyboard shortcuts, including my favorites, so that you can just have it as a reference right next to you whenever you're editing. And this can help you learn it a lot faster. And if you just make the effort investment in learning some of these keyboard shortcuts, it's going to save you hours and hours. Over the course of my editing career, I've probably saved thousands of hours. I could probably confidently say that. All right, the third and final lesson has also made a really big difference, and that is editing with a system. So again, early on, particularly in my YouTube career, I didn't really know what I was doing most of the time when I was editing content. And so what I tended to do was I would jump around a lot. So I might start editing my main base, like my A-roll talking headshot like this, and I would edit a little bit of it, and then I'd pick up on something that I said, and I'd think, oh, I need to add some B-roll here. So then I'd go and search through my messy folders and find maybe some B-roll that I thought would work. And then I'd import it into my Final Cut, and then I add it to the timeline, and then I'd keep editing my A-roll. And then I'd think, oh no, I need some music. It's not quite working without music. And so then I'd go online and I'd search up a bunch of music and I'd try and find the right track, and then I'd import that, and then I'd add that. And then I'd think, oh no, I think it needs some B-roll now. It needs B-roll in this section, and so on. And as you can see, just this jumping around, constant task switching between different phases of the edit. And I'm telling you, it would take me like up to a week sometimes to edit a single like 5 to 10 minute video, just because I was wasting so much time jumping around between different tasks. And I realized this just wasn't sustainable, especially because I was trying to put out 2 videos a week. And so that's when I came up with a system, a structured workflow that I could repeat on every single video that meant I didn't waste time. And this structure for me was to edit my base first. So I would complete the entire raw cut of my A-roll. Then and only then, once I had that ready, I would go and find music to match it. Then I'll add the music in, so that's complete. Then I would go and add my B-roll. So often I don't even source my B-roll until I've completed my A-roll cut, because then I know exactly what B-roll I really need for the video. Once my B-roll is in, that's when I add a whole bunch of graphics and transitions to really polish up that really solid base. And then finally I'll export. So that system from start to finish means that I'm not constantly jumping between those different steps, which just wastes time. So that's my 3 biggest lessons. If you want to speed up your editing and output more content, just make sure you prepare well, set up your projects efficiently from the start. Next, make sure you master keyboard shortcuts. This is going to make a huge difference in your efficiency. And then finally, make sure you edit according to a clear workflow. When I did all of this, I cut my edit times like a week to edit a video to a day. And like I said, if you want that reference sheet so that you can learn those keyboard shortcuts, there's a link where you can download it for free in the description. And if you're interested in learning my entire system that I just mentioned, there's also a link to that where I teach it in depth in an online course that you can take at your own pace. Or if you just found this content helpful, then I'd really appreciate it if you leave me a like, and it would be amazing if you subscribe to the channel. In the meantime, if you want to learn more specific techniques for editing inside Final Cut Pro, I've got a playlist right here with a whole bunch of tutorials ready to go.